Hello, 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 Annette. How are
Hello,
you?
I am wonderful. How are you, Anita?
I am great. Thank you, ma'am. It's good to see you and it's good to be alive. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Can We Talk? We are the movement. We're a motivational organization there to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. We are a movement to move. Yes, we are a movement to move. We want to help you thrust into your purpose so that you can start living the best version of yourself and win. We've tapped into some winning information with some winners' resources. We're seated at the winners' table and we invite you to take a seat right along with us, right, Annette?
Yes, we have invited you, and as we say every week, we got plenty of room at the table. There's so many chairs that's empty, and we're waiting for you to come and fill those seats. So, hey, hang on, we got something to share with you tonight.
Yes, 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 yes. We definitely have something to share. And listen, we say so often that we are not, and everybody say not, we are not, and that say not. We are not psychologists, but we are lifeologists. We've lived, we've experienced some things, and we want to share from a perspective that we have lived and experienced with you. So we're grateful. Listen, we're grateful to have something to offer, and we're grateful that you decided to come and park it right here with us on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for Can We Talk? And before we move on into our subject, I want to take just a moment and ask you to do a couple of quick favors for me on the platform that you're watching right now, which right now is either Facebook group, Facebook page, or YouTube. I'm going to ask that you would take a moment and go down to that video that you're watching and click that thumbs up button. Give us a like. Click that like button. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to click the share button, and I want you to share this with somebody. Surely you know somebody who needs to engage in a decent, good, wholesome conversation. So we ask that you share this video with your friends, with your family, with your coworkers, with Lottie Dottie and everybody. Just share it. Just share it. Share it with somebody and let them know, listen, there's a conversation going on. And I think oops, sorry, y'all. I think you all need to take a part in this conversation. I don't know how that popped up on my screen. So I want you to share it with somebody and say, I think you need to take part in this conversation tonight. Also, I want you to take a moment, if you would, please give us a donation. We're a nonprofit organization, and we ask that you sow good seed into good soil. You can donate, you can give, you can donate, you can covenant with us. But the ways that you can give are, one, you can give by Cash App, which is $movement worldwide. That's $movement worldwide. You can also give by becoming a patron. That's coming into covenant with us with a monthly seed. We ask for $12, but you can set your own amount. $12 is only 40 cents a day. But many people set their own amount, and we're grateful. No matter what the amount, we're grateful for whatever. But the way you become a patron is you go to our website. When you go to our website, there's a button that says click here to become a patron. You click that button, it will take you to patreon.com, where you can sign up and you can set your amount and come into covenant with us. So we ask that you kindly do that. Just come into covenant with us, share, like, all of that good stuff. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And amen again. All right, good people. So I think we are just about ready to go into our conversation. Are you ready, Annette, to go into
I'm
our
ready.
conversation?
Yes,
I
yes.
know I'm ready to go into our conversation. So we're going to go into our conversation. We have a great conversation always lined up. And listen, we like to go through our tea time topics. We like to go through we have now something new called a power tool. But before we do all of that, we want to go into our transformational topic for this week, which is keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. Now, actually, you would think, because a lot of our titles always come in and say, well, this is an idiom. But actually, this was a one-page comic by Robert Crumb. And it was actually published in the year I was born in 1968. It's a visual riff off the lyrics of the song by Blind Boy Fuller called Truckin' My Blues Away. So what Robert Crumb did was he did these drawings of men in his own distinctive style, just strutting down the road. And you know that one that where the guy is leaned all the way back and his feet are big and it says keep on trucking. It's a very popular comic. Well, the drawings became iconic images of optimism during the time of the hippie era. So now when you look in this day and age, you know, it's very common. It's a very common phrase, but not used mostly often now because it's kind of old. I guess it was done in 1968, but people still say it, or people say stuff like keep on keeping on. So oftentimes
Yeah.
when you hear people say something like that, keep on trucking, I guess it can be used, actually it can be used negatively, like hit the road, Jack, like see ya, you know, it can be used that way. But it can also be used positively. So I'm choosing the latter. So I'm going to choose to use it in a positive tense. So oftentimes we allow circumstances to bring us to a stall. Have you ever been in the middle of a serious momentum? I mean, you're moving. You're getting things done. You're like, yes. You're checking stuff off your list. You're like, boom, I got this. Yes, I'm going to handle that. Boom. Yeah, I got this done. Woo, boy, I'm going to make it all the way. And all of a sudden, life happens.
Yes.
And then everything that you have been praying about, toiling over, believing God for, suddenly comes to a halt and becomes an afterthought. I don't know about you, Annette, but I've caught myself several times on several occasions just wanting to throw in the towel, all because I felt stagnant. If you've ever felt this way, I mean, you know, just let us know. Because I know I have. Have you ever felt this way, Annette? Where you
Yes.
just
Speak
wanted
on
to
my
stop?
children. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yes. Yes. I have felt that way where I've been like completely like off my rocker because everything that I was doing just came to a halt because I got so thrown off by the issues that I was facing. So, but listen, here's another scenario. Have you ever been so proud of a project that you were working on? I mean, you getting things going, you moving and shaking, you got your flyers done, you putting out all the information, you're like, whoo, whoo, yeah. And then you have some folk that you shouldn't have shared with come and cause you to question everything that you're doing. And then you start looking at it like, oh, that does look kind of cheesy. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. Oh, I probably should do it like that. I mean, you start questioning everything that you're doing. And
Yeah.
see, stuff like this can cause you to try to re-envision your own vision. And when you do that, you mess everything up.
Yeah.
Why do we do that? Why do
I
we
don't know.
do
I
that?
don't know why we
Instead of
listen to other
putting
people.
that's what I'm saying. Why do we listen to people? Instead of putting our faith and trust and hope in God. I mean, listen, you may not do everything perfect because no one is perfect. But if you change your focus, if you learn to put your focus where it needs to go, if you learn to keep your eyes in the right place, instead of putting your faith and trust in people, put your faith and trust and hope in God. And then you too can lean back and strut without a care in the world and say, keep on trucking. You can tell them to keep on trucking while you keep on trucking. In Paul's letter to the church of Philippi in chapter 3, verses 13 to 14, very familiar. It says, brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended. I'm not perfect. I haven't attained everything that he was talking about previously in the chapter. He said, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth into the things which are before, I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. We all have an outcome that is expected. None of us are perfect. None of us have reached all of the goals and are perfect in our walk with Christ, or perfect in our relationships, perfect in our family. No. But what I want to do today is encourage somebody. We want to encourage you today and say this to you. And I want you to, if you got a minute and you don't mind using your thumbs, I want you to type in, don't quit. Somebody needs to hear that today. Don't quit. Don't do it. Don't quit. You are closer than you think. You can't throw in the towel now. Do not, and I repeat, do not forfeit your blessing, because you have a goal and man is not the one who determines the what, when, where, and why. So don't give people that authority. Don't quit. Stay the course. Stay in the race. There's a Dr. Seuss, and I found this Dr. Seuss quote, and it blessed me. It says, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose." Listen, if we learn to deal with our mindset, and that spoke about that last night on TNT, when we learn to deal with our mindset, then we can steer ourselves in the right direction. My word tonight, and actually I was like, oh, maybe I'll find another word. And I was like, let me look at trucking. I looked up truck and I looked up before because it has two different meanings from the intransitive and transitive. But the one that I needed was only in an intransitive tense, in the verb. So the word truck intransitively, and those of you who know, listen, I take a word and I like to deal with it from an intransitive and transitive state when I can. An intransitive verb makes sense without an object. A transitive verb needs an object to make sense. So this one, it makes sense by itself. This word trucking, keep on trucking, means to roll along, especially in an easy, untroubled way.
All right now. Easy and
It just makes sense. It doesn't need anything. It doesn't need an object. It means just to roll along, especially in an uneasy, untroubled way. Listen, in an easy, untroubled way. Listen, no matter what you face or how you feel, I'm going to speak to you right now and say, get up and strut. Just keep moving. Keep on trucking. And in the words just from Movement Worldwide is get up, dress up, show up, engage, and win. You know, we're the queens of show up, engage, and win. It's one thing to show up, but when you show up, you got to do something. And when you show up and do something, you're going to win. So get up, dress up, show up, engage, and win. Strut all the way to your destiny. Man, that's some powerful stuff.
You gotta strut.
That's some powerful stuff. And that was our transformational moment. Listen, we love to give a transformational topic. And listen, we have some other stuff though, but hey, we got some things to talk about tonight, y'all. Can we talk in there? Can we talk? Hey, y'all, make sure you get your Can We Talk coffee mugs with our logo and tea time topics on them. Can we talk? They're only $15. Can we talk? Listen, but before we get to the next place in our discussion tonight, we're going to pause for a word from the quoteologist herself, from Annette L. Anderson. We're going to pause for a quote from the quoteologist, and then we'll be right back with another portion of our discussion.
Life tranquility is the inner peace of one's soul in its purest form. Peace confounds and baffles the mind of man, yet its presence is on full display. Peace continuously permeates throughout the land and surpasses all understanding of the natural mind. This peace is the place that God dwells. Only He can change the inner man. Only He can dry our tears. Only He can give you rest in a time of trouble. Only He can change minds. Only He can give us perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on Thee. This is the peace that surpasses all understanding. This is Annetteism's Expressions.
Listen, Annetteism Expressions. We have added a segment to our discussion that we are affectionately calling the power tool. And oftentimes when we're dealing with subject matter that is very sensitive, it can be very difficult to discuss. But we like to take stuff and make light of it. We keep it real now, but we keep it a little light. But our power tool, a power tool is going to go straight to the heart. So we got the light topics next, but the power tool comes first. Our power tool tonight is, does the church treat men and women the same? What do you think?
I knew you was going to.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, they don't. They don't. I mean, it depends. Well, no, they don't. It don't matter if you're a preacher. It don't matter if you're a lay person. You don't. And I use a situation. Say if a woman becomes pregnant, that they will sit her down, but the man will be still in the same church, serving in the same church, but you'll sit down for a season. and
Come on.
live just viewed different. Even when I was first started preaching, I remember, Anita, and you can attest to this. We were kind of like on the outside, and the men were given tools to help them.
Privileges.
Yeah, and they were, looked upon fondly. Now and then, I guess it dawned on the leader, like he was saying, this is the first time I ever had to pastor women. I guess that was his way of saying, I know I suck as a leader and have left y'all out there to fend for yourself. So my answer is, I'm not saying every church, because there's some people who recognize, there's some men who are adamant about women serving in the church. I know a
Right.
couple, but then I know even now there's churches you can go to and you can't get in the pulpit. They don't want you in the pulpit, even
Come
now.
on.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, you know what? And here's the thing. I was, I had an argument years ago when I first started preaching. And I don't even think I even had maybe one sermon under my belt. And I went running to this conference. And, they always tell you, be careful what conferences you go to. Be careful who you listen to. Be careful who feeds your spirit. So this was a conference that was supposedly for women ministers. And of course, it was attracted to me because we became ministers at a time that it wasn't popular. I mean, it was surely not popular. There were many women before us, way before us, who stepped out and paved the way. But during our season, it was a very transitional place in the body of Christ at that time, where the Baptist church was being liberated and all kinds of stuff. I mean, different things were just different during that season, and particularly with the movement of Full Gospel Baptist Church Fellowship, which is what we were. We were there from the very beginning. So in essence, we were like that, we were in that era. And trust me, I'm not going to say that we're perfect, because of course we had our little neck row up, like, I am a minister, not an evangelist and a missionary. I'm like, Lord, I look back sometimes, I'm like, but we came up during that era. And in that era, one of the problems was that the ministers, the male ministers, were still, even though they said they were creating a safe place for us, they were still recreating the boys club. And the guys all got everything. So I wanted to go and get me some, some female interaction and stuff. So I went running to this conference. And the first night, this lady said to me, well, she didn't say it to me. She said it to the whole group. She said, I know that y'all think that you're going to get what you need sitting up under a male pastor, but I'm here to tell you that you're not. Now, this is where I mistook myself. I stuck my neck out there thinking she was talking about I had to join a church with a female pastor, and that's not what she was saying. What she was saying was the mentorship and the pouring that you need, you are not going to get from a man. She said, I'm sorry, but they're just natural oppressors. That's the only place they had to be the boss. She said, take your history all the way back to slavery. The man was not a man until he was the pastor of the church. That was where he got a chance to be the boss. And you are not going to be able to get anything from that boss, because it's his natural ability, his natural instinct to oppress. And I was done. I went to defending and rolling my neck, and you don't understand. And on the day I preached my trial sermon, and the people were giving him a thing and blah, blah, blah. And my pastor does this, and we're different. She said, okay. Y'all, we're going to pray for, and it was like, she's like, oh, we're going to pray for her. I was hot. Oh, I was hot. But boy, was she right. I have since, from that time, learned what she was telling me was not that I had to go and do something different or join a church that had a female pastor. She meant that I needed to link to and embrace and get mentorship from another woman who understood what it's like to be a female minister, because it's not necessarily that the pastor's intention all the time is to oppress. They just naturally do when it's a man. And her thing is, women are just not treated the same. So I stand with Annette that no, women and men are not treated the same. Yes, they can go and have 5 children from 4 different women, and a woman gets pregnant one time, they're going to sit her down. How much you want to bet? I can bet you, I will be willing to bet money. If I had some coins right here on this table, I'll be willing to throw all of those coins through the computer and bet that that I know that there are women who can attest to that very thing. Yep. So I'm here to say, listen, we might think that we might think we have the same treatment, but eventually, just like, they always say with racism, just wait a minute, and they'll show you. They can show you better than they can tell you. So it's sad, but it's true. But I'm here to tell you, like, for those of you, and listen, we also have another example because first of all, let me give it the sound because I needed to let y'all know that's just the truth. Boom, 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 boom. It's just the truth. But we watched, which we wanted to discuss. We'll probably discuss it more times than just tonight. But for those of you who haven't watched it yet, you need to go and watch Genius, the Aretha Franklin story that's on Hulu. Oh my God. Now, some of the stuff in that I knew, but there was a whole lot. It was sugar coated. And don't you think it was probably sugar coated because he was a man? I'm speaking about Aretha's father. I don't want to give it all away, but y'all should go watch it. I'm sorry if we give away too much, but hey, it's our discussion and we are going to discuss it. But don't you think that she should have that it was because he was a man that he got away with so much?
Of course, you see it all the time now. We make excuses. Pastor just like that. Or either, it's that woman. Now, he had about 6 of them, but it's always that woman. And if she wasn't at this church, you're like, they'd have been sit sister down.
What can you say with the quickness? Can you say sat her down and muzzled her and wouldn't even let her talk or say or read a scripture? I mean, for less than that. And but because I think the women's situation is so visual, and I think I asked somebody that years ago, why is it that when a woman gets pregnant, everybody just sits her down and shoves her to the side, but the guy doesn't get that same treatment? The guy doesn't get the same issue. It's just a woman. I asked somebody that one time. I don't know if I'm going in and out, and if I am, I apologize for technical difficulties. Okay, because we're having a cable outage in my area, and I have been frustrated all day. And according to the information on the site, it's supposed to be back up at 7:44. I'm like, yeah, by the time we end. But if we're going out, I do apologize, but we're going to keep going as if we're not going in and out. However, but Aretha's father, I mean, not only did she go out on tour with him, he neglected her because he was a party animal. He partied all the time. He was a womanizer. So he was constantly with different women. But not only did he do all of that, but he also impregnated a 12-year-old himself. That was something.
Yeah, it really was. It was definitely eye-opening. Yeah. It was. It was kind of familiar in a sense, maybe not with some of the stuff, but the behavior and the getting away with the behavior. I've served under pastors that people knew, and not that you in the judgment seat, because we all have sin, of course, but we make excuses, especially if they're very gifted. We make excuses, but somebody else we're ripping the shreds. That's what we're talking about. We're not here to judge anybody, but we're saying that the treatment sometimes is just almost overwhelming. You see it. So
right. But it's so different.
Yeah.
It's so different. It's like we don't get to see the other side get what we got. It's like we never see that. We don't see them suffer. We don't see them treated like they have the plague. We don't see that.
Yeah, true. That's true. And if you've never been there, really don't shut your mind to it. We're speaking from personal experience. When we've heard about it, but we talking about stuff we walk through. And a lot of times we're on here, we're speaking. That's why we say we're not psychologists or psychiatrists. We're speaking for what we and not just one church either. It's different ones. It don't matter,
I mean, what we're talking about, I've actually been through. I've experienced it. So I'm not speaking from. I'm speaking from
Yeah.
experience.
Experience. I remember when I had to
Trust me, I
officiate a
know that it might not be that way for you, but I'm telling you what my story is.
yeah. Anita, I had to officiate a funeral once, and when I walked in the church, I already knew. Oh, Pastor don't
Mhm.
like women in the pulpit. I would think to myself, I don't like to be up there anyway because I don't like being up and looking down. I kind of like, I say it was so all right with me. And my mom was
Uh-huh.
furious. And my mom, I stopped going to the church. I said, Mom, don't start going to your church. Go and ask them to, why. Because
Mhm.
maybe they could explain to you. She didn't care. She left. Anyway, she
Mhm.
left. But yeah, I experienced that more than once. But when I say I wasn't phased, honestly. Oh, the pastor don't want you to go up in his pulpit. I said, that's the problem right there. Number one,
Mhm.
because it don't belong to you. You just
Okay.
here temporarily. But I'm not going to go into somebody's church and try to tell them what to do. I was obedient, of course, and he didn't know he did me a favor because I don't like being in the pulpit. I'd rather preach from the floor. I always have been like that. So it was a
Right.
blessing for me. But somebody else may have been offended. My mom was. She was my
Mhm.
sister too, very offended. Yeah, but I was
Mhm.
thinking, but that's one place. You know how big this world is and how many people
Mhm.
need to hear the gospel. So if one person
Exactly.
don't want it, it's okay. It's okay. You just learn how to go from that point to wherever you're supposed to be. Maybe obviously it wasn't where I was supposed to be anyway. So it was
Mhm.
okay. But it does happen. And whether you get an
Mhm.
amen and you're right about it, keep living. If you're a
Okay.
minister, yeah, if you're a woman in ministry. Not saying you can't persevere and overcome. Of course you can. We have. But we're just saying it's out there and it's true. And there are some ministers, right? It's in Espanola. The pastor there, he's Baptist. He said, who am I to say who God didn't choose? He is an advocate for women preaching. But you go to another Baptist church, they don't want women in the pulpit. So, that's just how it is. So
That is how it is.
yeah,
It is
yeah.
what it is. We can't change people's mindset, but
Mm-mm.
we can just be determined that that won't be our story. So
That's right.
listen, so it is definitely a double standard. If you haven't watch it, go and watch Aretha. It was so good. It was good to see the perspective, and I never knew. Yes, right, such a double standard. It was particularly good to see the different perspective and the story behind her. She got pregnant at 12 years old while out with her father, and he wasn't watching her. And then she ended up getting pregnant a couple of years later. So she had two children before she was old enough to even know, what being a woman was like. She was 12 years old. And then he went and impregnated a 12-year-old girl and then put their mother out. And but listen, the people didn't go anywhere. And all through my years, I can remember people praising him as though, oh, yeah, her dad is a pastor. Oh, yeah, her dad is a pastor. But they never said anything about him getting a 12-year-old girl pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
They never said anything about him being, a party animal and hanging out in the clubs on Saturday night and getting drunk and doing drugs and then jumping in the pulpit on Sunday morning and entertaining. They never said anything about that. And to see it from that perspective tells a whole nother truth. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
wow. But that's amazing. But that is the systematic situation that happens
Yeah.
with the double standard that exists
Right.
between
You're
men and
right.
women in the church. And that's, it's
Yeah.
just the truth. And I don't care who I upset. It is just the truth.
It's true
It
because
is
they
what it is.
think about it, Anita. We sure heard about Aretha having a baby at 12.
Come on, come on. We
Yeah.
sure heard about Aretha. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody say nothing about Aretha. Give one for you and then sure heard about that.
Oh yeah, I knew she had. That's one of the stories. But she was so listen. That's what and that story is so encouraging because she had yes, she was gifted, but that could have destroyed where she was going. But God fixed it.
Exactly.
Because there's some
God
people
used
are
her
gifted.
and he
Yeah.
blessed her and used her anyway, in spite
Mm-hmm.
of all of the
Yeah.
situations around her.
Yeah.
Man, wow! So we got some tea time topics, y'all. That was our power tool. Listen, we're gonna go there, and we want to encourage you guys that if you have a power tool topic that you want to discuss, because we are all trying to live better and do. When we grow and learn, we learn and we do better. We live better and we become better people. None of us are living by standards that we learned years ago. Trust me, because if that was the case, wouldn't none of y'all be brushing your teeth or wearing deodorant and stuff. Trust me, everything evolved from somewhere. I mean, come on, you have to think about it from that perspective. So
Yeah.
there's something that you have that you're frustrated with or you don't understand, from a perspective of your faith or church or just life in general. send it to us at info@movementworldwide.org, and we will put it in our power tool topic, because this is where we like to get down to the nitty gritty. But we have some tea time. We got the tea, y'all. We got the tea. We got some serious tea for you. So we're going to run through our tea time topics. But before we do that, we're going to pause for a commercial, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, because we're coming right back at you with tea time topics.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday, starting March 7th, each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, Tuesdays at 9 p.m. live, where you can soar. That's speak it, orated, articulated, and reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. You can also join Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well every second and fourth Saturday at 3 p.m. for Be Well, a health and wellness series. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patron button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share. It's that time. Tea Time Topics.
Yeah. Tea Time Topics, y'all. Hey, Val. She said, I'm late, but I'm here. Girl. Hey, it's all right. Better late than never.
Yes.
Listen. We got the tea. So we're going to go directly into our Tea Time Topics. A few things that have happened over the last week. And we like to keep it real. We keep it light, but we keep it real. So a lot of people don't like to watch the news. The news can be very depressing. So we'd like to discuss our trending topics and current events, but we keep it light. But we're going to deal with some tough matters. And then we're also going to celebrate some. But of course, we all know that the Prince Philip, passed away this past week. Man, to live 99 years.
Yeah.
That is amazing. 99 years. Wow. Can you imagine being married to a man for over 70 years? It's like spending 70 years of married to somebody. Why you so now?
Well, no, I mean, it was a long time. I saw a picture of him when he was much younger, and he looks just his grandson looks just like him, the one that's with the red hair. Oh my gosh, he looks just like him. It's amazing. But he was much, of course,
strong genes. Strong genes.
Strong.
And I'm a fan of The Crown. So, of course, I have watched every single season. And I know you haven't even watched one. But I have watched every single season of The Crown because I love history. And he was something else. Philip, Lord have mercy. I don't know if any of you have watched it. If any of you have watched The Crown, who are our listeners, viewers on Facebook, or those of you who are on the Facebook group, those of you on Facebook page, or those of you on YouTube, if you have watched The Crown, please let us know. Hey, I've watched The Crown, and let us know what was one of your favorite things that you walked away from that series with. Now we say me either, and that 70 plus years is a long time. It is a long time. 70 plus years is even a long time to live, let alone be married to somebody.
Yeah.
Lord. And if you watch The Crown, you
Oh.
would know what I'm talking about because he was something else. Prince Philip wasn't no joke. I mean, she had to deal with a lot with the infidelity, with the, and she finally just sat around. She said, "What do you want?" Because with her, divorce was never an option. She's like, "That ain't happening. That's not happening at all." And she meant that thing. And she had to sit him
Wow.
down and they had to come to an agreement. I'm like, I don't know what that agreement was, but he stayed around 70 plus years.
We just got old, probably. I don't know. I've never watched it. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Probably did just get old in that. But anyway, so hey, we're gonna speed through these topics, but yeah, we're continuously praying for that family, and we're gonna
Moving.
move on.
We keep it moving.
Couple time.
Yeah.
My little
Yeah,
video
you
here won't
fine.
work. Okay, here we go. Am I going in and out there?
Yeah, but we see the video.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's, yeah,
anyway, I think I got DMX up now. Okay.
Yes.
Man, the rap community, the hip hop community, the music industry community suffered a great loss. I mean, DMX was very controversial, but some of the biggest hits in this lifetime, when he did the verses with, I believe it was him and Timbaland? It was him and somebody. I think it was him and Timbaland. I can't remember. I've seen so many that I'm getting blurred. But when they did his verses thing, him and I can't remember who it was that he was up against as far as how many hits they had. He just went in. It was unreal. I was just like, oh my God. It was a tough one. It was a tough one because a lot of the stuff, and I think it was Joe Budden. I watched Joe Budden's commentary on it, and they commentated on it for like an hour or so. But when he commentated on it, he was like, it was Snoop. It was him and Snoop Dogg. When he commentated on it, of course, I was all about Snoop because Snoop's music was more so music I would listen to. I could tolerate it a little. I think I got old now and I can't do the cussing no more, but I could tolerate it better. Yes, it was Snoop, Danielle. It was Snoop, and it was a good verses. It was one of the best ones I had seen. So, but yeah, it's a loss, but we're continuing to pray for that community.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Now we're gonna go on to the next tea time topic. We have you like that thing at that? Hey, did y'all like the little moving, the keeping it moving? I play one more time for you.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Y'all like that? You like that? Hey, we're gonna give that an applause. Yes. So we're going to keep the tea time topics moving, and on such a sad note, we got a couple of things we got to talk about now because this is some ridiculous stuff that's continuously happening here. This young man, and it took me forever to find a picture of him where he wasn't going, but this young man, Army Lieutenant Karan Nazario.
Wow.
For any of you who saw the video actually was done way back in December. But he was pepper sprayed by police, and the man had a paper tag in the window that they couldn't see. Clearly, he's a military guy. Both hands out the window. He just drove a little further to drive into the light, which was smart because there's no telling what would have happened in the dark. He drove to a well-lit place, set up his cell phone to record. And the events that took place were just ridiculous. Now, of course, one of the guys was older. The one guy was older, and the other guy, it looked like it's a guy who was trying to show out for the rookie. That's the way I took it. Because if you look at the rookie, he was just like kind of repeat what the guy was saying. And so the older guy is like, he's telling me, I'm really scared to get out of the car right now. You should be. I'm like, oh my God. And he said, well, what is going to happen? But he said, you're about to walk you're about to walk the lightning. That was the line from the Green Mile, meaning the electric chair. You're about to walk the Green Mile, basically. But for a paper tag? For what? He had done nothing. Not a thing. There was no reason to even take him out of the car. Ask him for his license and registration. If he felt like he drove too far, why did you drive so far? He stuck his hands out the window, just drove to a lit spot. So you angry because he didn't pull over in the dark. So you spray him while his hands are out the window. I'm just aggravated. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it's almost like when it's people of color, a switch go off in their minds. Because I've seen videos where people been running around with knives and guns, and they try to talk them down, but it's just like an immediate reaction, like, oh, these are black people. He's gonna act a fool. He's gonna cut up. But maybe he did not know he was being videoed too.
Right.
And that's the thing. See, because these police, some of them are doing this because they've always done it. And there was never videos and no repercussion. Now, videos could be anywhere nowadays,
Right.
So, yeah. Yeah, but they fired him.
No idea. Yeah. But look what it took, though. It happened in December. So how many more people did he harass from December to now almost May?
Yeah.
So he didn't, and he only got arrested because the video went viral.
Yeah.
That's right, Virginia. Driving while black. That's basically what it is. So I'm just I'm extremely frustrated by that one. And we got a lot of the team down ones. We got a lot of those. We got a lot of these tonight. So I'm just aggravated because I know that we are living in a time where it's almost impossible for people to just be safe. It's particularly black man. What did Valerie say? He was guilty of being a smart black man driving to a well-lit area so he won't get killed on the side of the road. Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
And driving a new truck. He's not supposed to have a new truck either, Valerie.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm so done. So, hey, I don't want to. Hey, we're not gonna stay mad the whole night, y'all. we do have to. We're not gonna stay mad.
Moving. We keep it moving.
But we still mad though about this because this right here this is the latest one, and then you can tickle by a little moving people. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one that has had us in uproar for the last couple of days. Now, this is honestly, I believe that because of the Chauvin trial, because of the guy being pepper sprayed, and because of this is why people are acting fast on these cops. Because this little young man, Dante Wright, when I watched the video, which was very upsetting, but I do watch it. It's upsetting to me for a number of reasons. Number one, that he called his mom. He knew
his mom. Oh my gosh,
he knew something wasn't going to go down right. Now, mind you, he may have known he had those warrants out for his arrest. He may have known, and he may not have known. But the thing is, he called his mother. The second thing is that stuck out to me was, why were there 3 or 4 cops pulling him over for a tag violation? Why is it? And I used to say that all the time. How come on the side of the road when you pass by somebody being pulled over, it's like 8 cars? I'm like, does it really take all of that? Do you need that? You want to intimidate people and make people feel inferior on purpose. And when I see her, I think when she walked towards him, she had her gun at him, and I think it spooked him that she had a gun on him. Because immediately he got spooked and he went and slid down in the car. And there are people said, well, he should have been still. He should have complied. George Floyd did.
He complied. So it don't have to comply. They better not. I stay on social media because I got one person to say that, and I'm going to click. No, you let your little white son be on the ground and then talk to me.
Thank you.
Don't do that. Don't say that. Because Floyd was begging him. Let me up. So let's not talk about
9 minutes and 29 seconds. He was begging for his life. But this young man, he slid down in the car, and then she's like, taser, I'll tase you. And then the whole time. First of all, your taser is on the side that's less dominant. Your gun and taser weigh less. Your gun and taser don't weigh the same. Your gun is on the dominant side. So you have to like know that immediately when you reach with your dominant, whether it's your right-handed or left-handed, when you reach with your dominant hand, you're reaching for the gun. You had plenty of time to look and see that there was no yellow, because their tasers are black and yellow. There's some tasers in most states now that are all yellow, but their tasers are black and yellow. But you had plenty of time to know that that was not your taser. I was saying, no matter what he did not deserve to die like that. No, he didn't. I don't care what he did. But I think he got spooked. And because of that, the city has been in uproar. Of course, there's been protesting going on. And the chief of police and the mayor were in a conference. And the mayor, young black man, I I felt for him, because they were ripping this guy to shreds. Mayor Mike Elliott, he was completely under fire, because here's the thing, at the press conference, not only was he under fire by the people, but what's his name? The chief left. The chief left the press conference. He left, and the people went off. Like, why did he leave? He left, and then they called him back, and he was referring to the protesters as rioters, and they were asking him, why did he put the tear gas on them? And he was, he made every excuse in the world. And finally somebody said, well, tell us your heart. And he was like, I just want the people. I'm like, oh, so now you want to cry? After you done stood up here and basically defended her, now you want to cry. It looks like it was a mistake. I'm like, dude, you should have kept your mouth closed. She knew her camera was on. She knew exactly what she was doing. Yes, she did. She knew. She really did. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Me too, Virginia. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Mm-hmm. I'm aggravated and I'm frustrated by it. But at the end of the day, I look at how well, I want to say poor mayor, but he should have fired her immediately. Both the chief of the police was fired, and the mayor didn't accept her resignation, and she was arrested. She resigned, and he resigned. But are you saying that he didn't accept both of their resignations and fired them both? Because the only headlines I saw was that they both resigned, and then she was arrested. But yeah, he was under fire. He was greatly under fire for it. And here's the thing. At the end of the day, I'm going to show her mugshot. At the end of the day, yes, she was arrested. Her charge is second-degree manslaughter. I'm sorry. Second-degree manslaughter, which does not carry a heavy sentence. And the family, of course, the family wants more. And I'm always leery of the family wanting first-degree and second-degree murder. It's not, you're not going to get that. It's already hard to get that on a cop. Chauvin should be first-degree, honestly, to me. However, but we've seen what happened with Trayvon Martin's killer, who's still, I don't know why this man is still walking around this earth with this crazy self trying to sue Sabrina because he can't keep a job. I'm like, bruh, all right, well, I guess the money that you auctioned your gun off with them ran out. But yeah, so I'm just, ugh. She said she has one. She said, I heard on the news the mayor didn't accept her resignation. She is not entitled to anything. Good. I know the chief resigned. I don't think he fired him. I know the chief resigned, but I know that there was a huge upset about the fact that she resigned and was going to be able to keep her pension. And that's what people were fussing about. Like, why should she be able to keep her pension? She'll just resign and go to a whole nother precinct, like the lady did, Betty Joe, who killed the guy going to his truck. And all she did was resign and went to a whole nother place, and she's still out there. It's crazy. Will she be able to get her pension? She shouldn't. Yeah, that's what they're saying. So I hope not, Virginia, because it's ridiculous if she does, because she doesn't deserve it.
She doesn't.
Yeah, but there's a whole lot going on. Staying in this same vein, because the prosecutor wrapped up. And, this is Jerry Blackwell. He did an excellent job, but I'm watching him now. Like, he's now the defense is making their case. He is ripping holes in all of the testimony of all of the doctors that the defense is using. I'm like, wow, amazing. But I don't know if you watched any of it, in it, because
very little. I have anxiety.
The Chauvin trial.
I want to go and snatch that pencil from him. So no, I don't watch it.
I'm,
Get on my nerve. No.
you want to hurt somebody?
Well, showing all that
I
writing
get
he's
it.
doing, you know, you would.
I get it.
Yeah, but
It's tough.
and I already know. No, I watch when they say see little clips, but
Yeah,
just sit and
it's
watch them.
it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. But
Mm-hmm.
y'all, listen.
Miss Anita.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. You went out for a minute.
I know I'm in and out, y'all.
Yeah, but you went out just for a second. So
I know I'm in and out. Yeah. I know I'm in and out. And as I said earlier, I do apologize. We have an outage and I'm having to use my cell phone hotspot. So, Sandy, if you're watching, I'm doing this in honor of you. I always tease Sandy because Sandy uses a hotspot instead of Wi-Fi. I'm telling her business all on the internet. But Sandy, this is in honor of you, and I'm having to use hotspot tonight. So it is very frustrating.
actually, you're doing
But
pretty
yeah,
good considering.
so we're gonna keep it rolling. We still on, we still here, we still here. Am I still on?
You
Am
still
I still
on?
here, Annette? Can you hear me? Can you
Yes,
see me?
yes, yes, yes. I see you, hear you. You must be don't hear us.
We're rolling, rolling. I do, I do, I do. Danielle is laughing because I'm see, this is your friend. This is your friend laughing at you, Sandy. All right then. So we're gonna keep it moving. We have a few more that are quite funny.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Another tea time topic coming at ya, coming at ya. Now this one is quite interesting because this is something that you don't see every day. This is, and then I'm gonna let you take this one.
Is that Sri Lanka? Oh yeah, yes, yes, yes. Mrs. Sri Lanka says she was injured as her crown was snatched off off her head by Mrs. World. You know, this lady, her name is uh the winner was Pushpika De Silva. She actually had won, and Miss World, Miss Caroline, took upon herself to snatch her crown off because she said that she
Yes.
really did not deserve it and gave it to the runner up. So the runner up was walking all proud, like, "Hey, look what's going on with me." Because it was a Mrs. World, they were saying that this lady was not married, but she was married. She just was separated from her
Mm-hmm.
husband. So, ladies, be careful how you snatch the crowns off the other sisters. Because, see, you may
So
think that you know something about them. Huh? Go
this
ahead,
was the
Anita.
Mrs. This was the
Mrs.
Mrs.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mrs. Uh-huh. And
And you have to, yeah. And she was saying, I went and watched the video, and she was saying that you have to be married, but she said that she wasn't married, but she said she is. She's just
she's married.
estranged.
And the thing, and they actually, she ended up getting arrested because she said she was
Yeah.
harmed because she ripped it off her head. But the problem with that is they had already, the people who put that on, that particular beauty pageant on, already knew that she was
Right.
married. They already did what they needed to do. And Miss Fufu took it upon herself that she had a right to snatch somebody else's crown. So, but I'll let you know, even whether it's in the spiritual and the natural, be careful who crown you try to snatch off. Because
And then what did you
you
call her?
Miss Fufu. Miss Fufu. But she's she she was like, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Who gave you the authority to speak up,
Right.
against this woman like that? And listen, y'all, this was doing actually live. It was live on TV. It was
Mm-hmm.
people in the audience. So
But
this
you
was
know what? There
done.
was somebody. I went and watched a video. There was somebody that came from behind to help her.
I know it.
And then
And
they
she was
put it
pumping her
on the
hand.
other lady. Right. And they put it on the other lady's head and they high-fived and she kissed her. And then, and then she took the mic and talked to the audience and told them why
Yeah.
she did it. Like,
And then the poor little lady was so humiliated, she just walked off. So
yeah.
I'm thinking, like, if that would have been me, I don't know if I would have wanted a crown you just snatched from somebody. I don't know. I don't know. I
But
know
then we
people.
crowned her in a private
Oh, they
ceremony later.
recrowned her. But the other lady, when she got crowned, she was like, "Oh, man, that she's your queen to be." Oh no, baby, you're not the queen. Somebody else. That crown belongs to another sister.
No, you did not go there. The queen to be. All
Yeah.
right now. That made my night. Oh man, it's amazing. It's amazing what you see, what you hear, what you see. Wait a minute, we got some comments. I missed a few here. What she say? Did she yes, Danielle. She did a Kanye move. She did a Danielle, she certainly did a Kanye move. I gotta give
That's
Danielle
exactly what she did.
Yes, Kanye move. She went up. I don't think Kanye will ever live that down when he walked up on Taylor Swift like that.
No, he won't. He won't.
No, man.
Hey,
So
Anita, think about it. Anita, this was worse. This was worse than Steve Harvey. You know, when Steve Harvey got it wrong.
Yes.
But this
he got
time,
the name.
but this time they got it right, and then they did the wrong thing.
Right, man. We just have a couple more. Hey, we're gonna keep it moving. We keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving on to the next tea time topic. We have some wonderful things that have happened in our current history. Those of you who remember this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful princess, Amanda Gorman, on the cover of Vogue Royalty. What you call it, Annette?
Yeah, Regal and Royal.
Regal
and Royal. Because this is a young lady, before January, I mean, she did some things, but after inauguration, her life has taken off. And I know she probably never thought in a million years she would be on Vogue. And listen, nothing against light-skinned women, because I'm not very dark, but it's good to see a dark-skinned sister represented with her shiny black skin. I just love it. I love it. Because one thing about beauty, it comes in all colors. And I'm so glad we're getting to a place in this country that we don't, we see colors across the globe, but it's not, you light skin, long hair and all that foolishness. No, you're beautiful regardless of your color, your skin. And I was just so I just so admire that child. And you know why? I mean, she's a poet, and I love that. I love that
very
about her.
articulate, very beautiful, very articulate,
very pretty.
Beautiful. Very talented, and I'm just like, man, it is good to see a good, like a good light shine. I mean, last week I was so disgusted and depressed, I deleted the pictures of those young men from my computer. I didn't want them on there. It was like, we talked about it, but it was hard to talk about. But we need to know. And I hear a lot of people say that they don't watch the news. Of course, nobody wants to watch it. It's very depressing, and there's a lot of foolishness and stuff. But you need to know what's going on around you. You need to know a little something, even if you do like Claudette Freeman teaches, when she teaches media training, she says to watch 10 of each, 10 of the local and 10 of the world news on the highlight moments at the highlight times, like in the morning, afternoon, and at night. That way you know what's going on. You don't want to walk out your door and not know that there's a serial rapist in your neighborhood. You want to know. You don't want to go to work and find out that our country's at war. It's stuff like that. You just need to know. You need to know what's going on. Just like you wouldn't know about the pandemic if you didn't watch the news. You had to know. Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know. So, you have to, somehow or another, you're getting the information, whether you're getting on social media or whatever, you're getting it. So we just like to keep light of it. But there's some things that just don't make national news, and we're going to make it national news right here on Can We Talk, because we do celebrate Miss Thing here. She is so beautiful, and we celebrate her, and we're excited to see them, and we want to see many, many more. We want to see many, many more produced like that. So we have just a couple more. Moving. We keep it moving. Got the men pulling it on out. We're pulling it on out. We have this queen. Boom. Yes. I love her. Yeah. I absolutely love Viola Davis.
She is amazing.
Icon award winner. I'm gonna let you take this, Annette.
Yeah, she is absolutely amazing. She has won a Primetime Emmy Award, 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards for her work in theater, 2 Tony Awards, 3 Drama Desk Award, whatever that is, whatever. She just bad for her work in film. She's won an Academy Award, a British Academy Film Award, a Globe Award 3 times, and it goes on and on and on. She is absolutely she is just phenomenal. She's phenomenal. Even if you see her work, I've seen her in so many different parts that she plays. And I've listened to her give her
Mm-hmm.
story. Listen, she tells a story how there was just as many rats in the house as it was people. She didn't grow up with the best situation. People like this is so inspiring that you can overcome. And she did. She overcame. Oh, if you listen to her story, I listened to her. She gave a speech as she was at a graduation, and she was trying to encourage the people, and she was telling her story. And that's why I'm advocate
Mm-hmm.
about stories because everybody got one. And so when you see somebody like Viola, come on, Viola, she's a bad girl. And listen, just
Yes.
because her name starts with a V, she's just bad.
Just
I love her. So yeah, she's
I do
regal.
too.
She's regal and she's royal. That's how I look at her. Oh yeah,
Regal and Royal. There we got we
yeah.
had two Regal and Royal sisters, and that is such a blessing. And hey, but we have one more that is really so amazing.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Yeah. Thank y'all so much for moving us right along. We have another one. The Wilson brothers. These my cousins. The Wilson brothers. These are actually triplets.
Yes.
They are fraternal triplets. They are Stephen, and Stefan.
Stefan, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, a set of fraternal triplets. They are the first set of fraternal triplets to graduate from Grambling University. Their family actually has attended Grambling since the 1950s. They're from
Wow.
Winfield. I know you got some information on them. It is amazing. First of all, I can't wrap children to college at the same time. Can you?
Yeah. No, I can't. I know their parents
I
are
know I can't.
exceptionally. I bet they are so proud of them. Two of them, the Stephen and the Stevie, both of them are going to be doctors, and Stefan is going to be working for the FDIC. So, I mean, both of them. I mean, all three of them actually has. I mean, the world is at their foot. It's up to them. They can blaze their own path. It's amazing, and because we see so much negativity, so many of our Black young men being killed, and so we wanted to highlight some stuff other than always bad news. There's some brothers and some sisters, as you can see, they're doing great things, and that's what we wanted to convey tonight. It's enough tears cried. Now we're gonna cry, but we're gonna cry celebrating also the great things that happen with these three young men.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we celebrate them. We celebrate them
Yes.
so much.
Oh my.
And that I got to do it. I got to do one for the Father, one for the Son, and one for the Holy Spirit. We got triplets.
Yes, we do.
So I had to do it 3 times.
Yes.
But listen, that is such an amazing story. So I'm so glad we're ending on a high note. I'm glad that we were able to celebrate them and celebrate their family, their parents, for a job well done. That is an amazing accomplishment. Yes. Good to see, because we had 3 sourpusses last week. So it's good to see three successful and great stories of our brothers this week. So I'm uplifted. And then are you uplifted?
Me
by
too.
that?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We need some good news. We need good news.
Yeah. Definitely. Man. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. Even though I've been without internet tonight, I've been doing the hotspot like my good friend Sandy. But time surely flies when you're having fun. But we've come to the end of our Can We Talk segment. And we thank you all so much for joining us. You could have gone anywhere else, but you chose to stop right by here with us and park it for an hour while we deal with our transformational topic, our power tool, and our tea time topics. So again, we thank you. And we're going to ask that before you leave, if you would take a moment and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the like button on the video that you're watching, whether it's on Facebook page, Facebook group, or YouTube YouTube, hit that like button. Also, click the share button and share it with your friends, your family, your coworkers. Share it to your page. Share it in your DM. We also invite you to sow a seed. Sow good seed into good soil. Come into covenant with us. We have a lot of work that we're doing, and we're believing God to take things to the next level. And so you can sow a seed by Cash App. Our Cash App is $Movement Worldwide. But you can also become a patron. That's coming into covenant with a monthly seed. We have a monthly seed amount of $12 that we ask on our Patreon. But you can set your own amount, which some have done. But no matter what the amount, your presence, it's great. We love having you here more so than we want your ENTS. Your ENCE presence, PRENCE, is better than your PRESENTS. So we love having you here with us more so than anything. But we do invite you to sow a seed, because seed is needed in order for us to accomplish the things we need to. So we thank you kindly for any seed that you're able to sow and being so generous. So the way you become a patron is you go to our website at movementworldwide.org. And another one for the books, ladies. Yes, thank you. The way you become a patron is that you go to our website at movementworldwide.org and you click on the button that says become a patron. And when you click on that button, it will take you to patreon.com. That's Patreon with an E. And it will allow you to sign up and set your amount. And so that's how you become a patron. You can covenant with us and sow a seed. So we ask you kindly that you do all of those wonderful things and that you follow us on all social media platforms. We are Movement Worldwide everywhere. So again, thank you. You could have gone anywhere else, but we'll be right back here next Wednesday, same time, same place, different topic, all to motivate and inspire you. You can also join Annette L. Anderson on Tuesday nights for TNT. That's Tuesday Night Talk. So you can join her for Tuesday Night Talk. You can also come back on Sunday, and on this Sunday, we're excited, and we will be announcing this formally on our social media. We'll put our picture up and everything, but we have a guest speaker, y'all. Yes. We are excited that we will have none other than Elder Brenda Jackson on Power Walk Sunday, this coming Sunday at 10 a.m. So that's three things, y'all. That's Tuesday Night Talk on Tuesdays, Wednesday nights, Can We Talk? And on Sunday at 10 a.m., you can join us for Power Walk Sunday, where we walk, encourage you to walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction. We come with a wonderful power plug, a word from heaven, and a great discussion. And hey, and that's it. So we are grateful. Yes. Good night. Thank you, Danielle. Another one for the books. We love you guys so much. Thank you, Virginia, Francesca, Danielle, all of the people who are here on Facebook, all of the ones on YouTube, all of the ones, I think these are on Facebook, Francesca, Lashavia, everybody, Tyrena. We thank you all so much for joining us. And we ask that you come back and join us again. Annette, you want to say anything before we leave?
I just want to say thank you so much for sharing with us. And we're looking forward to seeing you next week. And bring someone.
Yes, invite somebody, share it with somebody, and tell them, like, look, you want to be here on Wednesday nights with the co-hosts Anita Wilson and Annette Anderson for Can We Talk? Thank you, Virginia. Wonderful. As always, ladies, thanks. We love you guys so much. So again, we're going to say good night. I'm so glad we had this time together. And one more time for the road.
Moving. We keep it moving.
I got so much stuff like that for y'all. Listen, I don't stop. So thank y'all again. We'll see you all next time. I love you all so much.
Bye, y'all.
God
bless. Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday, starting March 7th, each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, Tuesdays at 9 p.m. live, where you can soar. That's speak it, orated, articulated, and reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. You can also join Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well every second and fourth Saturday at 3 p.m. for Be Well, a health and wellness series. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patron button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share.